Things just got so much worse for Corey as his friend has been spouting off in the comments section of YouTubers that have been discussing the entire topic. So the person that we're going to be talking about today is a fantastic YouTuber called J-Cart Arts. So he's been covering the situation just like myself, just doing a far better job of it. But Corey's friend has responded to J-Cart, and we're going to take a look at Corey's friend's response and how J-Cart has handled the situation, because shit just got real. And even in his title he says, well, you can't see it there, but it says, Corey's friend is not happy with me, you are not helping him, you know. So let's take a look at this video first.
Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. So, you all know, in the beginning of all this drama, I've been pretty open that I was pretty unbiased going in. Of course, through all of this stuff going on, I started to lean more towards Elton because he just started showing proof. So
yeah, Elton packs receipts, bro. Like, he wasn't just sounding off. He was like, well, here's the proof. You got paid well above minimum wage, and someone told me in the comment section that in California, minimum wage is not $61,000 a year, it's $16 per hour. I don't know what that would accrue to around it in the case of a year, but $61,000 is well above what the minimum wage absolutely is.
Before he's been proving everything and every accusation that he was making against Corey, and I'm, of course, at this point probably just going to take his word for it that he is the one in the right with this situation. I've been trying to be as respectful, as classy as I can be with this whole situation. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is to show you that one of Corey's partners, business partners, and friends decided that he had enough of me talking. He wanted to say something in the comment section. He decided to let loose. Now, I'm going to read you what he said. And I looked him up, and it looks like this guy is actually friends with Corey. It looks like Corey is following him on Instagram and all that stuff. So these two are actually friends. They run a business together called Pulp 13, which is awesome. You know, I congratulate those two. Hopefully they get a lot of business with it. Again, I'm not making these videos because I have any ill will towards Corey. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind too. Now, obviously, am I disappointed in the guy? Of course I am. I think everybody is. That he just hasn't backed up anything he said. Now, we're going to go ahead and dive into this guy's comments.
Here we
go. And if you agree with him or disagree with him, leave it your comments in the comment section. Maybe he's right, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows, right? But I don't think I'm wrong in this situation. So let's go ahead and take a look at the comments.
Yeah, let's do that.
So this is the most recent video I posted. It's congratulating Elton and Ginger on getting married today. Big day for them, right?
That's great, by the way. Like, fair play to J-Carts for doing that. Like, you know, didn't have to do that. He could have just stuck with the bandwagon, but no, he decided to do something nice.
This is interesting because we just got done talking about how it was pretty distasteful of Corey to kind of make that post about Elton around his wedding weekend. And then I get this literally on the day of his wedding. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Delivery boy says, Elton started the drama 10 days before the wedding. You are fucking delusional. So he's off to a great start, right? He's off to a phenomenal little start here. He's already saying, I'm fucking delusional, already dropping the F-bomb.
Nice.
Great, right?
Classy.
That looks really good for Corey right there. This guy's coming at me and swinging already. First 2 seconds of even leaving a comment. He wants to swing. Fine. Fuck me in the ass for trusting the guy who's actually backed up what he's been saying. Fuck
I love it.
Fuck me in the ass, right? Gosh, God forbid I try to, right? So let's go ahead and see what I said. Actually, it was Corey going around and shit-talking about Elton behind his back to his roommates and other creators, making up crazy accusations and false narratives, which ultimately forced Elton to make a response video before rumors got out of hand, which is what Elton has said. And again, I'm going by what he says because so far he's backed up everything he said.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair response to make there, you know, like, he has backed everything up with proof, with receipts. He's brought it all to the table, and he's been like, look, this is the fact. Don't have to just take my word for it. Here's a piece of paper that says everything that I need to say. So, you know, Elton is, so far, he's got a leg up in this whole situation. He's like, he's up there.
That's why I'm more on Elton's side than Corey's side.
Yeah.
Corey could still come back, but he's got to come up, like, he's got to make a decent response with some facts. Yes, he has to defend, like, yes, he actually has to show facts at this point because Elton's showing facts. Yes. So I can't just take Corey's word for it because, well, that's what he was hoping for. All right, so here's where he gets really mad. And not only comes after me, but comes after everybody, either in my comment section or Elton's fan base, right?
By the way, let's take a look at this. Like, all caps. All caps. This person is furious. Absolutely furious.
Right, so here's what he says. Y'all can literally only say that people were saying Corey said anything. You're literally admitting to believing a rumor and calling it evidence. You're all delusional, which is literally Corey's argument for everything he's done. He's literally trusting that you would take his word for it. Yes, out of both of them, Elton has shown more evidence. Corey wants you to take his word for it. That's why I have a hard time trusting in Corey. Being someone on the outside, we're going to get to that. Being someone on the outside of things, it's hard to trust somebody who has not shown anything besides just saying what he went through.
I agree. You know, like, if you want someone to believe you, bring the proof, you know? Don't, like, people, we're in a time and an age where you can't just go off of someone's word, especially in a situation like this, because the proof prevails, right? Evidence prevails. Like, Corey can say all of these things, right? Like he did in his initial TikTok video that Elton asked him to take down and he refused to. You know, he said all of these things. All he had to do was bring proof. I was only paid this amount. Show the proof. These texts were sent to me and I wasn't happy with it. Show the proof. You know, I was whatever crazy other things Corey came out with. Show the proof. Bring the proof. Show people. That's what they want. And that's ultimately where we're at with it. So, you know, like, it's the people take hard paper facts over you just saying, trust me, bro.
That's not enough. Delivery boy, simply not enough. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are friends with him. Not enough for me to just automatically start bowing down to Corey and believing everything he says. No way. No way. What are the fucking point of having facts if they don't help you? Okay. Now he gets really mad. Like, you dead ass can only say that people say Corey was talking shit because other people said he was. And you're calling it evidence? It's delusional. Corey literally defended himself after Elton 7 months later decided to drop a video talking literally just shit about Corey. He was pretty damn respectful. He wasn't just talking shit. He was giving his side of the story and telling his audience why Corey decided to overall leave overnight, right? So I don't know where you're thinking he's just, you know, talking shit. And then the shit talk comes later, though, when Corey makes a response video talking mad shit and making horrible accusations against Elton. So,
and then Elton does come back, admittedly with, you know, a pretty shitty response, but deservedly, because ultimately Elton has been thrown under the bus with accusations made against him of, you know, criminal issues. And of course you're going to defend yourself there. Like, there is a case for defamation here. Like, Elton has proven that he's got the facts for a defamation case, and he could go to court. He'll win hands down, unless Corey's got some mad evidence, like, you know, stashed away that he's holding as like a little trump card or something. But I think he would have shown it if he had that evidence. So ultimately, the internet is gonna side with Elton. This has not been a good look for Corey so far, and Corey has, that whole kind of fan base around Overnight has ultimately sided with Elton. I've seen it in my comments section. It's Team Elton all the way.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. To me, the only one who comes off delusional here is your unbiased friendship with this guy. You're really going to come at me and talk shit to me, someone on the outside who went in unbiased and was looking at both sides? You're going to come at me and say I'm delusional? Get the fuck out of here, man. Calling him lazy and all kind of other shit, as if Corey is going to respond to it, and your evidence is that people said he was saying stuff, and that's your version of a receipt, dude? My version of a receipt is seeing the proof that Elton has brought to us. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, bro literally had paper. Literally bought the paper. Like, did this guy not watch Elton's response on Instagram? Like, come on, man. Like, you can't get more proof than the proof.
What? You're not helping Corey at all. And this is where it gets interesting. Corey is one of my best friends. Already, I dropped everything right there and was like, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That was my immediate response. I'm like, okay, so you're one of his best friends. Gotcha. We run our clothing brand, Pulp 13, together. I've known about him wanting to do his own thing for a while, and he just didn't want to make a video starting drama, exactly the way Elton has accomplished. You realize there could have been a video that would not have started drama, but explained his situation.
Yeah, if there wasn't so much shade thrown within Corey's first TikTok video, and there wasn't, you know, the accusations made against Elton wouldn't have responded in the way that he did, and this wouldn't be a thing, right? Like, that's just fact. Just straight fact. The fact that Elton made his video explaining why Corey left, and then Corey goes on TikTok and slanders Elton without any proof to back up his points. Elton is then, his hand's kind of forced to respond because obviously, you know, what he's being, you know, accused of could really damage his reputation. So he brings receipts to prove that that's not the case. But I think there's also an element of, you know, he's really, you could tell in the video, he was so upset about how Corey went about it. Because, you know, he really thought they were brothers. And Corey's done him dirty and thrown him under the bus. It's shady, it's dodgy, it's mad. It is just mad.
Yes, he made a video, but he didn't go into full detail. He could have made a video saying, "Hey guys, you know, me and Elton, we just decided that we're gonna part ways." He could have done a final video for overnight. There could have been so much more done here, but instead he just decided he wanted to sneak out the back without saying a word, which is just unrealistic if you have a 1 million subscriber channel, man. I understand you're his friend.
Yeah, people are gonna notice your absence.
And honestly, I'm not gonna give you shit for it. I understand you're his friend. Okay, you're a hell of a lot of a better friend than apparently he is. So I really show a lot of respect to you that you want to come out here and defend him. In my opinion, you're not really helping him by coming at me and swearing and cussing and saying I'm delusional for being unbiased to the whole thing and looking at both sides of it. You're really going to come at me because I'm just not simply on your best friend's side, dude? You got to understand where your bias looks right now. It just doesn't look good. Again, I'm not mad. I understand where you're coming from, but my God, man. So that was it. He repeated what he said and posted it here a couple more times. And then I said, right, okay, so you understand why I have a hard time taking what you say to heart, right? You admitting that he is one of your best friends shows you have an insane amount of bias towards this whole situation. You are coming at me so much right now for, yes, taking his word for it, but that is because so far he has done a pretty damn good job at showing and backing up his claims. Having a debate with you would legit be a complete waste of time on anyone's part, seeing how much you are so one-sided on this whole thing. With all due respect, you are not really helping Corey at all by coming at me for trusting in someone who has shown proof. Of course, I'm going to take the side of the person who is showing us proof. Anybody would.
Fair.
Okay? And this is what he just said 2 minutes ago. It's hard for me to see you taking a side when your literal only evidence is Elton saying other people say it was true, so you believe it. Laugh my ass off. That's insane. Of course I am biased because I...
Wait, hang on. It's hard for me to see you taking a side when your literal only evidence is Elton saying other people say it was true. Did this guy like completely bypass the entire like paperwork that Elton brought to the table? Did he not see that video? Like, I'm actually starting to think that this guy just didn't see that Instagram video whatsoever, because he's completely bypassing the fact that Elton bought paper. Literal facts. This is some next level, like, tomfoolery right here. This guy's got to be, like, playing the game, surely.
I've heard for a couple years why he's wanting to do his own thing. He wanted to be free and make his own decision. Okay, so you're going to take his word for it, is what you're saying.
Isn't that the issue that he's got with J-Carts? Jordan. He's got an issue with Jordan taking his word for it, but now he's saying that he's just going to take Corey's word for it. So that's a bit hypocritical.
Okay, so you're telling me I gave both of them a fair shot, okay, man? I gave them both a fair shot to make their arguments and say what they were going to say. So far, Elton has been the most respectful, the most classy. He has shown receipts. He has shown why Corey was lying, and then Corey later on coming out and saying that he got a lot of the information wrong, so he wasn't even professional when making his videos, and you're saying that I am the one who's fucking delusional, and I'm only going by what everybody's saying about Elton, what Elton's saying? Dude, Elton's shown facts, brother. I don't know what you want me to say. To me, you coming at me and saying that I should be ashamed of myself, basically, for taking Elton's side because some people said that, yeah, Corey was being a dick behind the scenes, but Elton saying that he asked those people, and this is what they said. Man, I guarantee you if this goes to court, he will have those people testify. And if he does, I don't know what you're going to say to this. I understand you're mad. I understand this whole situation sucks. I understand he's your business partner. Fuck, man, I understand he's your friend. But coming at me and cussing me out in the chat of my video is not helping him whatsoever.
I agree. And also, he's not done it on the video that's relevant to this situation. He's done it on the video where Jordan has, you know, said congratulations to Elton and, is it Ginger, his partner, right, for their marriage. Fantastic stuff, right? But, you know, that's not, like, why would you go on that video specifically to stir the pot? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not relevant to that video. So there, you know, Jordan has made a follow-up video yesterday at the time of recording, where he said, basically went over the situation again and kind of what happened afterwards. So we'll check that part out as well.
Have some things to discuss, and I think very important things. The first thing I want to say before we start with this video is that you guys know I made a video on one of Corey's friends, going into the comment section of one of my videos and having a little bit of a rant. And I made a video going into it and going through his comments and whatnot, my argument between his. I just think it was a bad move. Look, I have nothing against this guy in person. You know, he was defending his buddy, and I will say that he reached out to me and he apologized.
Oh.
He said it came off a little more personal than he intended.
Oh, fair enough.
And it seemed like the guy was he was pissed off, and it's understandable.
Respect that. You know, there's a lot to be said for someone apologizing when they realize that they've fucked up. So, you know, massive respect to that guy for doing that. You know, he at the end of the day was just defending his friend, but at the same time probably trying to defend his business that they've got together as well, because reputations are on the line right now.
Guys, you got to understand that, you know, these are human beings just like us. Okay, they are content creators, and, you know, these guys are hanging out with some cool people, but they're people just like us. And look, there have been a lot of videos talking about Corey. And in his defense, I don't blame him for getting a little mad and wanting to say something. You know, he runs a business with Corey. It's okay. Guys, at the end of the day, I said it in the video too. I get it. I do. Now, do I think it was a good move on his part? No, of course I don't. I think he could have probably had just not said anything, and that might have helped more. But unfortunately, because he did go into the comment section, that automatically made people want to jump on in and start, you know, talking smack back.
Also, if he wanted to say something that bad, he could have just said it privately. You know, he reached out privately in the end anyway, so he knew it was available to him, so he can just reach out privately and just go down that route. You know, like, just say, look, man, don't appreciate your videos. I do think you're being a bit biased. I think your ideas are a bit whack. Here's why. And then kind of listing it off, and then there can be a civil discussion had. But this is the exact issue that's gone on with Elton and Corey ultimately to begin with, you know? The issue was there was no communication about what was going on, all right, to the audience. I believe Corey made a video on his private YouTube channel talking about how he was leaving overnight. Then there was the issues of him allegedly, this is only alleged, you know, talking smack behind Elton's back. Elton then creates a video talking about the situation. Corey then fires back and then gets a bit heated. Elton fires back again and gets heated once again, packing the receipts. And then the situation is where it's at now, to the point where people are getting frustrated, people are upset, no one has a frigging clue what is actually going on or what's real and what's not. If this had been dealt with in a civil manner, where the two of them, Corey and Elton, sat down together on the Overnight channel and said, look guys, you know, Corey says, I think it's best that I take a step away. I want to go and focus on my own thing. Everybody would be like, yeah, cool, fantastic. Because then he could have even had the opportunity to be like, you know, Elton could be like, you know, yes, it's really sad that he's leaving, but you can follow his journey over on his YouTube channel, linked it, shameless plug, whatever. And then the job would have been done. Case closed, book closed, walk on, everyone moves on. All right, people go and follow Corey. Some people go and continue watching Elton on Overnight. You know, we watch it progress and develop. Instead, it turned into a shit-slinging match. Yes, it's turned out for millions of views. You know, Corey's TikTok page is like blown up. You know, he's had more views on those TikTok videos than he's had on any of his more recent TikTok videos. So, you know, for him, that's fantastic. Elton's getting attention as well. Drama sells. Maybe that was the tact. Maybe this is all down there, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that it was all for that case. But what do you guys think in this entire situation? Like I said, I'm going to leave Jordan's YouTube channel link down below in the description, so you can go and check him out for yourself and check out the rest of this video. But I just think that this whole situation is an absolute shambles. But like I say, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. Can't wait to see you in the next one. And I'll speak to you later. Peace.